Hello, my name is Patrick, I'm a sculptor, and I'm back with another one of my original characters in my Industrial Evolution series. That's the animals from the Industrial Revolution. We did an industrialist visionary elephant last time, Reginald. It was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. Today, we're working on a walrus named Bartholomew. He's a merchant banker, and I had a great time making this. Make sure you stick around so you can watch how he was made and hear a little bit about his story. But for now, let's get to the sculpt. I wanted to make sure that this sculpture had a unique body shape, different from the last one, but also evoking the wide body of a walrus. So I made the body shape wide and round. Working from my original armature shape, I used foil and clay to rough out the torso and the legs. With the basic shapes in place, I added 2 large shoes to the base. I used a straight edge to create a sense of the soles of the shoe, and then went about adding strips of clay to evoke the creases of the pants.
A merchant banker by trade, Bartholomew started his career as a student at Eton. He was the founder of the Eton Investment Society and gave the folks of Porkshire a run for their money. Although he demonstrated a strong affinity for the financial game, it wasn't to be, for the rising tensions in the East led Bartholomew to enlist. He trained and fought valiantly, protecting king and country in the Empiric Wars. Barty returned from the war with a slight limp, but his enterprising spirit remained fully intact.
I wanted Bartholomew to have a vest on, so I used strips of clay to represent the bottom of the vest and layered them at the front, much like you would see the 2 sides of a vest overlapping. Using some foil and some clay, I shaped in a head. I wanted the head to be coming straight from the body, almost as if with no neck. In preparation for the hands, I made 2 simple pieces, a teacup and a wrinkled newspaper. With these 2 items, I could begin adding material for the arms. Aside from having no neck, this character also had no real shoulders. These 2 design choices help make them more walrus-like in their body shape. With the arms on, I began shaping in the rest of Bart's clothing by starting with a strip of clay for the collar. When I was happy with the collar, I began shaping in the upper layers of the vest with another thin strip of clay. And then I set about detailing the vest with wrinkles and buttons.
On his return to England, Bartholomew was recruited to join Baxter & Co., a merchant banking company with interests in the celery industry. It was here that an enterprising banker and a visionary peanut man named Reginald met and began what would be a long-term friendship. While the prospects of the celery industry proved a bust, Bartholomew's shrewd skills saved him and Baxter & Co. from a hefty loss. While the business failed, the financiers profited, and it wouldn't be long till Baxter & Co. would be changing its name to Bartholomew Baxter and Associates.
When the vest was done, I positioned the newspaper under Bartholomew's arm. Bow ties can be made by folding the thin strip of clay to make the bows, by folding it in towards the middle, and then applying a small strip of clay to cover up the ends of the folds. With the body details in place, I began working on the face. I needed to do this so that the walrus could be sipping his teacup once ready. I began creating holes for the eyes and placing in 2 already baked balls of clay. I added eyelids to the bottoms and then to the tops to shape the eyes. And then I used some clay to add some material for a wide, flat nose. I then took 2 pointy ovals and added them under the nose for the mustache, and then detailed them with a ball stylus for the hair. I shaped a half circle of clay to cover his head with a bowler cap, and then used a tube of clay to make the brim, blending it in. I then added a flat strip for a strap around the hat. All that remained was detailing in the arms and the hands. I began by separating the wrists from the sleeve with a thin strip of clay and then detailing in the wrinkles up the arm. With the wrinkles, it's always important to try to follow the tension of the shirt. It's good to think about the direction of the wrinkles and use reference images where possible. And then began shaping in the hand by adding the thumb and fingers and blending them in. Finally, I positioned those fingers with the teacup and the pinky out. I did the same thing on the opposite side to detail in the arm and hand holding the paper. And with that, the sculpture was done. And let's hear the last of Bartholomew's story as we begin painting.
Some say Bartholomew never faced a loss in the industry. Sure, he had some association with the rise and fall of businesses that didn't last, but this was never his particular concern. He would start each day with a cup of tea and the paper not too far off. It's hard to know where exactly he got his insights, but some say as he sat in stillness and silence with that first cup, You could see his mustache twitch ever so slightly, and if you ever did catch that moment, that was when you should invest.
And now for the final reveal. And there we go, we've got Bartholomew, the merchant banker. I had a lot of fun making him. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about his story. We made him and all the Industrial Evolution characters on my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/SouthernHandmade, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Tuesday to Friday. We'd love to see you there. We have a lot of fun. There's fellow artists, there's people who just like seeing how art's made, and it's a good chill vibe, a great way to spend the afternoon. If you have any ideas for original characters like these from the Industrial Revolution who are animals, I'd love to hear your thoughts. We're always working on new ones over on the Twitch stream, and of course, we're going to bring them here one at a time. Until next time, friends, keep being awesome.